welcome to my channel. This is Akash and this is my very first video in machine learning series. So in today's video I'll be showing you how you can make a model that can predict house price based on one of the most famous datasets available, the California Housing Dataset. So without further ado, let's get started. And before we start, throughout the video you might notice some of the traffic noises. So currently I'm living right next to a road, so you might hear a lot of noises. Please adjust to it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I have created an empty notebook in Google Colab. So Google Colab provides us with some basic data, set. You can access it from going to these files, and inside this sample data folder, you will get all these data sets. So now here you can see there is two data sets, the California Housing Test Dataset and California Housing Train Dataset. Now, okay, so to use this, let's start coding. We will need scikit-learn and pandas. Let's install them. I have already installed it, so it's showing me requirement already satisfied, but for you guys, it might take a bit of time, and give it a bit of time before it completes the installment, and after that you're good to go. So now first you have to read those CSV files. So in order to do that, we will use the pandas package. So I'm gonna import pandas as PD. Next will be this training data, which will be pd.read.csv, like that. And the data set path is sample data / California Housing train.csv. Now I will duplicate this and I will get the test data as well. I will change this to test data, and let's change it to train data instead of train. And now I got the train data and test data. Let's print them separately. So this is train data. Let's print train data and test data. Let's run the code. And as you can see, this is how it looks. Okay, let's just run the train data. This will look much better. Okay, so as you can see, there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns, and among them, these 8 columns are the input columns. These 8 columns are the variable columns, and based on the values of these columns, the house value, the last column's value, is determined. So these 7 columns are the input columns, and the last one is the output column. So we'll be calling these 7 columns the X value, and the output column, or the house price, will be the Y value. Okay, so as we're getting the training and testing data separately, we don't have to split them. So we can just go ahead and start writing xtrain ytrain will be train data dot drop. Now the last column name, which is this one, let's copy this, and the axis will be 1, and the ytrain value will be train data median house value. Now same will go for this testing data as well. Now what am I doing here? Let's look at this training data. So first we have to separate the training data into two pieces, the training pieces, the xtrain and the ytrain part. Now xtrain is all the input columns, and ytrain is only the output column. Okay, so in order to get all the input columns, what we can do here is we can just drop this last column and we will get the input columns. Now that's what I'm doing here in this train data drop median house value axis 1. It is dropping the median house value, or the last column, from this data frame and giving us the xtrain value. And for the ytrain, we are just getting the last column, and same goes for this testing. Now same goes for this testing data as well. Okay, so now let's run this first, and let's proceed to model training part. Now in this model training, we will be using random forest regression. Now I have made the project previously, so I know the random forest regressor gives us the highest accuracy. So let's import that from sklearn.ensemble. We will import random forest regressor. Okay. Now let's create a model instance for this random forest regressor. And lastly, what we will do, we will fit the training data inside this model. So we will write model.fit xtrain and ytrain. Okay, let's run this, and it's training the model. Currently, as you can see, this tiny bit of green arrow here in this model.fit line. So it's training the model, and after it completes the training process and it's completed, so what we can do here is we can check out the accuracy score using this R2 score that sklearn gives us. So we will import it from sklearn.metrics. We will import R2 score, and let's first get a prediction value. And in order to do that, we will just write model.predict xtest value. Now based on this testing data, we are gonna get this prediction value, and lastly we will get this R2 score of that ypred and ytest. Let's run this, and as you can see, it's giving me 75% accuracy. Now when I made this, it gave me near 81% accuracy, but for some reason it's currently giving me the 75% accuracy. Now the thing I will do here is testing this model, and in order to do so, I will just open up this test.csv folder file from here, and let's expand this, and I will be grabbing the second value from here. I will just copy the values except the last one, and let's close this. And now what I will do here is I will just say model.predict. Now we have to pass a linear matrix here, a matrix that has only one row. And in order to represent the matrix, I am using two square brackets inside each one inside another to represent a matrix with one row, and the row will have all these input data. Okay, so it should be separated by commas. Let's separate them using commas. Okay, now let's run this, and as you can see, it's predicting the value to be $255,895, and in the data we have this price as the second one. So in original data we have this $176,500, and it's predicting $255,895, which is near close because it got 75% accuracy, which is pretty good for the first try. Now in order to save the model, what we will do, we will first import pickle, and then we will just open our file, which is model.pkl, in right binary mode, as if we will just pickle.dump the model data into this file, into this model.pkl file. Now after running, you will get the model.pkl file right over here. You can download it and use it in further projects. Like you can just create an API where user can provide all these input fields, and we'll get the price as output. But in order to make it more accurate, we can improve the data quality. We can try other models. Also, we can just increase the data quantity as well. So yeah, this is how you do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope also the traffic sound was not too much irritative. So this is it for today, guys. Hope you loved it. Please like and share this video. Comment your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next video. And until then, goodbye.